Today, world leaders from the major economies forum gathered in Washington, D.C. for a fourth virtual meeting to discuss energy and climate. This high-level forum is responsible for roughly 80% of both global gross domestic product, GDP, and greenhouse gas emissions. The efforts of all members to reduce emissions, foster environmentally friendly practices, and secure a sustainable future is nothing short of inspiring. N at the meeting, President Joe Biden announced the United States plans to boost funding to reduce deforestation in Brazil's Amazon rainforest, as well as $1 billion to the United Nations Green Climate Fund. President Biden sees this as not just an investment in future generations, but justice for all people who have experienced the brunt of the climate crisis, and have contributed little to the cause. As President Biden said during the meeting, the impacts of climate change will be felt the most by those who have contributed the least to the problem, including developing nations. N to combat climate change, the MEF nations have pledged to cut their global greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030, and President Biden has urged developed countries to provide international climate assistance to poorer nations. Through the Green Climate Fund, the richer countries support projects that can help countries become more resilient to climate change and transition to clean energy sources. The president also committed to work with Congress to quadruple U.S. climate support for developing countries to $11.4 billion each year by 2024, although this goal has not yet been met. N President Biden's leadership inspires hope that a better tomorrow is possible. Through unified collaboration with the MEF nations, it will be possible to make climate change a manageable issue. This $500 million in funding for Brazil and $1 billion for the Green Climate Fund is a step in the right direction for a future of ecological and economic stability for all.